Well, hey parents, this is Jeff, and I want to invite you into this Continue the Journey activity that we've got for you. It's really designed to help you help your kids on their journey to find and follow Jesus this Christmas season. This activity is called Impatient Breakfast. And what you're going to need is some materials that you might make for breakfast for your family. It might be maybe some powdered pancake mix, or maybe you've got some batter already ripped up. So the powder is actually really best for this. A can of frozen orange juice, maybe some raw eggs or some raw sausage or bacon. And then you're going to gather your family together for a family breakfast. A Saturday morning makes a lot of sense to do this on, or whatever time works best for your family. This week in Kids Church, we talked about I will be patient. That was our main point. We looked at the story of Simeon in Luke chapter 2. Simeon's kind of a not well-known part of the Christmas story, but he was someone who learned earlier in his life that he would not die until he saw God's Savior, the Messiah. We don't know how long he had heard that message, but the Bible leads us to believe it had been a while, and that Simeon was pretty old now. And yet he waited patiently with enthusiasm and with excitement to the day that would finally come where he could see God's Savior. And that day, of course, comes when Jesus is brought to the temple and Simeon actually gets to hold Jesus in his arms. Here's how this activity is going to work and how it's going to help your children understand a little bit about what it means to be patient and wait with enthusiasm and excitement. Call your kids in and let them know that you have a special breakfast that you have prepared for them. And first, get out the first ingredient. Say it's that pancake mix in the box. And said, I did not want you to wait for anything, so I decided to just bring the pancake mix. You can even have some fun with this and just pour a little bit in a little bowl or a cup and just hand that to them. It's going to look pretty disgusting, and no one is going to want to eat it, obviously. And say, why aren't you eating it? What's going on? And they're going to say, Mom, you didn't cook it. Dad, what's wrong with you? Things like that. And say, oh, all right, well, hey, I'm sorry about that. And then get that next one out. And say it's maybe some raw eggs or some raw bacon, and say, oh man, I didn't want to I didn't want you to have to wait while I, fried this bacon up, while I, cook these eggs up. So here, I just brought this to you. I thought we'd just crack the eggs and drink them. That's pretty disgusting. I know that Rocky does it in the movies, but it looks pretty nasty. And again, your kids are going to say, no, we can't do this. No, I'm not going to eat raw meat. This is terrible. And then say, all right, well, I'm sorry. I looks like I failed on the first couple, but hey, let's have a nice glass of orange juice. And then get out that can of frozen orange juice. Maybe you can even scoop a little out and just throw some on a plate. It's going to look nasty. No one's going to want to do anything with it. And when you're all done, have a lot of fun with it. Say, is this the kind of breakfast you would enjoy? And of course, they're going to say, no, that's disgusting. Say, well, what should I have done with all this stuff? And they're going to tell you, we should have mixed it and cooked it and added water to the orange juice concentrate, whatever it is, right? Your kids are going to have a lot of fun with this and say, oh, you know what? I didn't make any of these breakfast foods correctly because I didn't think you'd want to wait. But it looks like that all the parts of our breakfast would have been improved if we had all simply been patient and waited for them to be prepared. And then say, you know what, I guess patience sometimes pays off, doesn't it? And then finish it up by saying, hey, there's a lot of things that are just not good if we aren't patient enough to wait for them. But when we are patient, good things will come to us. And then, man, don't leave your family hanging. Have a plan for breakfast that day, even if it's just like, hey, I've got some, a box of donuts or something like that. Or maybe hook them up with something good. After trying to feed them pancake mix and frozen orange juice, hook them up with some food. It's a great way for everyone to gather around the table. Maybe you can talk as you eat about things that you have to wait and be patient for. It's always good for kids to understand the importance of patience. Man, I've got a son at home that I'm waiting for the day that he understands the importance of patience, because right now, man, my 7-year-old, he is not getting it. So this would be a good activity for me to do at home with him. I hope you have a lot of fun with Impatient Breakfast, helping your kids understand the importance of being patient, that God designed us to wait with excitement and enthusiasm. Love you guys. Bye.